When did you realize your HOA president was targeting you specifically? I got home from my 12-hour ER shift at 11:47 p.m. and found a certified letter taped to my front door. My hands were shaking as I pulled it down. The envelope was thick, official, the kind that never brings good news. I'd been on my feet since 7 a.m., dealt with 2 cardiac arrests and a stabbing victim, and all I wanted was to check on Maya and collapse into bed. I ripped it open standing there on my doorstep. Notice of intent to lien. The words jumped out in bold letters. You have 30 days to remit payment of $2,100 in outstanding HOA violations, or a lien will be placed on your property. $2,100. I read it again, then again. The numbers didn't change. My front door opened. Maya stood there in her Encanto pajamas, rubbing her eyes. She's 8, small for her age, dark curls tangled from sleep. Mommy, why are you crying? I didn't realize I was. I wiped my face fast and shoved the letter behind my back. Just tired, baby. Go back to bed. You're always tired. She looked at me with those big brown eyes that saw too much. Are we okay? We're fine. I promised. She went back inside. I stayed on the porch, staring at that letter under the dim yellow light. The violations were listed in neat rows. Parking violation, vehicle protruding 4 inches beyond designated space, photographed September 4th, 2024 at 6:47 a.m. Fine, $150. Trash receptacles placed curbside at 6:55 p.m. instead of required 7 p.m. Photographed September 11th, 2024. Fine, $150. Lawn height measured at 3.2 inches, exceeds maximum 3.0 inches. Photographed September 18th, 2024. Fine, $150. It went on and on. Faded house numbers, porch light out during daytime inspection, garden hose visible from street. Each one was $150. I went inside, locked the door, and spread all the notices across my kitchen table. I'd been ignoring them for 3 weeks, thinking they were mistakes. Thinking if I just paid the first couple and apologized, they'd stop coming. I'd paid $300 already. Apologized twice to the HOA office. Measured my parking space with a tape measure to make sure I was doing it right. They kept coming anyway. I looked at the dates. Every single violation happened on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. The days I worked night shift. The photos were all taken at times when I couldn't possibly fix anything. Early morning before I got home, late evening when I was already at the hospital. My mortgage is $1,847 a month. Car payment is $340. Maya's ADHD medication and therapy cost $280 after insurance. I make $62,000 a year as an ER nurse, which sounds like decent money until you're a single mother in Atlanta paying for everything alone. I opened my laptop and pulled up my bank account. $843 in savings. That's what was left after I covered Maya's therapy bills last month. I did the math in my head. $2,100. That's 6 weeks of groceries. 4 months of car payments. 7 months of Maya's medication. I couldn't breathe right. My chest got tight, that familiar feeling I'd been getting since the divorce 2 years ago. Panic attacks. I thought they were getting better. I grabbed my Ativan from the bathroom cabinet, took one, and sat on the cold tile floor waiting for it to kick in. If they put a lien on my house, my credit score would drop 200 points. Maybe more. I wouldn't be able to rent anywhere decent. Apartments in good school districts require a 700 credit score minimum. Maya would have to change schools mid-year, lose her IEP support, lose her friends, lose her routine. Kids with ADHD need stability. That's what her therapist says every session. And my custody agreement with my ex-husband specifically states I have to maintain stable housing. A foreclosure could give him grounds to challenge custody. I couldn't ask my parents for money. They're retired, living on Social Security, and they already helped with my down payment. I couldn't work more shifts. I was already doing 3 12-hour nights plus picking up extra hours whenever possible. I did everything right. I paid the fines. I apologized. Why wouldn't they stop? At 3:30 a.m., I gave up on sleep and pulled out the HOA bylaws. I'd gotten them when I bought the townhouse 8 months ago, but never read them. The document was 47 pages of dense legal language that made my eyes cross. But I started reading anyway, and cross-referencing with the violation notices. That's when I found it. Section 12.3. Parking violations require written warning with 48-hour cure period before assessment of fines. I never got a warning. Not one. Full story on the channel, link below.